The Nobel Peace Prize should be given to Donald Trump, in my opinion. Okay, whether you fucking agree with that or not, I really don't give a shit. But if he gets the peace deal between the Hamas and Israel, then I think he deserves it, because this is a major fucking achievement. And whether you lefties, you fucking wanking pro-Palestinians, or you fucking Democrats are all going, ugh. Your bloody bloke in America, Obama, got the Nobel Peace Prize from what did he fucking achieve? Absolutely zero. Zilch. Nada. But he fucking got it, and you're all fucking, what a great man he is. Trump has done more for peace than anybody else. If he gets this Gaza ceasefire and the peace deal goes through and it looks positive, he should definitely get the Peace Prize. That's my opinion, okay? If you don't fucking agree with it, well, I don't give a shit. The other thing is Ukraine. He's the only one that actually got Putin. I know it was a fiasco. I know all about the fucking negativity of it and how Putin's playing him like a puppet, which he is doing. Now, in my opinion, in Ukraine, the same thing could happen. If America continues to give them the long-range weapons, which they are, by the way, they're giving them those cruise missiles that have a range of over 1,500 nautical miles and are extremely accurate. And they've been told at the moment, if they're giving them to them and say you can't fire them into Russia, which is fucking stupid. Now, what the Ukrainians are doing, and which everybody knows, is they're extremely clever engineers. Slava Ukraini, by the way, you're fucking amazing. 3.5 years fighting the world's #1 military power at the time, supposedly. We now know it's nowhere near that. That's beside the point. But anyway, they've got some cruise missiles. They'll reverse engineer them and make one probably better. Okie dokie, yes indeedy. And then they can fire away. Because the sooner Russia realises they're not invulnerable, which they aren't, they've got St. Petersburg and Moscow well within range of the long-range missiles already, start hammering them, because Kyiv was it again last night. And they fire their fucking stuff from Russia into Ukraine indiscriminately and have done for 3.5 years, and nobody says anything about it, including that fucking useless United Nations. What a waste of space. The sooner the Americans wake up, which they have, and get rid of it from their country and send it to fucking I don't give a fuck where, we don't want it anywhere because the cost of it is enormous, and all those diplomats, all, living high on the hog there, sucking off the mother tit of their country and doing fucking nothing. And I read a report years ago, this was, about the number of UN diplomats who were immune from parking fines, and loads of them parking illegally right across New York. And one guy had like 40,000 tickets and they couldn't touch it. I think that might have changed now, but that's how fucking, and you can imagine where they fucking came from. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that, because that would be considered to be racist, or I'm far right fucking, because I'm far right anyway. Now, I used to be just, strongly conservative. And now, as soon as I fucking wave the British flag, I'm fucking far right fascist. Unbelievable. Anyway, Gaza deal was done after Hamas grew tired of hostages. That's a sad headline, but apparently 20 of them that are alive will be released. Hopefully, could happen today, but some by Monday anyway. And I just can't imagine the trauma those families of those hostages have gone through. And of course, the ones that have been unalived by those disgusting, mongrel, gutless fucking Hamas people that have kept them in appalling conditions for over 2 years. You're a fucking disgrace. And you pro-Palestinian wankers all across the world. What is wrong with you? You're disgraceful people. You just make me sick. And I saw a guy preaching in Sydney, somewhere in Sydney with a megaphone, this fucking pro-Palestinian. What's wrong with Australia? The land of the ocker there. G'day, mate, how you going? All right? Fucking she'll be great, and we'll fucking go out there and fucking sort things out, and as we did in the Second War, and, the fucking Kokoda Trail, my father and his fucking grandfathers fought for this great country of Australia and England. And what are we doing? We've got these pricks coming over there and ruining it. They come to Australia, they come to England, and then they abuse the privilege that we've given to them. The right to free speech, the right to protest. But how dare you deface our country? I find it incredible, and the Australian government, of course, are just as bad as this government. Our Labor government here in England is fucked. I mean, you've got Starmer over there with this huge delegation in India, speaking to Prime Minister Modi about digital IDs. I'm going to mention that in a minute. And then you got Albanese, isn't there? His fucking ass from his elbow, fucking up Australia, and Carney in Canada. I've actually applied for a job. It's been advertised. The Home Office is offering a communications expert, of which I'm probably one, up to £91,000 a year. I'll accept that. To help convince the public that Labor is tackling the small bad crisis. That's got to be a joke, right? No, it's fucking real. It's in the paper. I'm not making it up, ladies and gentlemen. A job advertisement for the role of Deputy Director Migration Communications says that the applicants should have a resilient mindset and personal authority and a lobotomy preferably. On Wednesday, that was yesterday, day before, more than 1,000 migrants arrived on 15 dinghies in a 24-hour period here into the UK. How much is that costing the British taxpayer? You and I, eh? Fucking thousands, and of course in the every year now it's getting out of hand, bringing the total number of arrivals since the start of this year to 35,476. How about that for a figure? That's fucking terrifying. Up 33% in the same period last year and on a par with the record year in 2022. Under the Tories, by the way, and they were fucking useless as well and don't deserve to be in power and deserve to lose the power. Kimmy's speech at the conference the other day was okay. Didn't do much for me, to be fair. People say it was a good one, but I don't agree with that. And how is she going to fill the black hole if she gets rid of stamp duty? I'm fucked if I know. But anyway, I'd sooner have Conservatives and bloody Labor. But we've got Labor now, unfortunately, for quite a long time. It's a really sad state of affairs. I mean, really is bloody terrible what's happening in the UK. And I don't know what the answer is. Now, Starmer is over in India, going on about digital IDs with the Indians because they're very advanced, and I think they have digital IDs over there. When it came out, when they first started talking about it a couple of weeks ago, now there have been loads of memes, and I've done a lot of research on it, I was a bit sort of on the fence. No, I didn't think, it's not so bad. They've already got its information from the NHS, from our tax documents, national insurance number, our credit card documents, all the other stuff, the government IDs and all that. They've got a load of information they can use already. However, when I look at this bloody program, now I am more and more concerned. And of course, anything to do with Tony fucking Blair, I'm fucking anti. And then I'm reading about what it means. And they're talking about giving the vote to 16-year-olds who don't know their arse from their elbow. No disrespect to teenagers, but they fucking don't. And they'd have to sign up by the time age of 14. Give us a fucking break. Most 14-year-olds, g'day, mate, how you going? All right? I on the fucking phone. I can't, gives you an app for that. I can't fucking read the time properly because it's an analog clock and I can't dial a fucking... Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm whittering on a bit this morning, but I am now vehemently against the fucking idea. Absolutely vehemently against fucking IDs. Okay, so that petition that came out, and because this government ignore all the petitions, they don't give a shit, because they've got this massive majority of those Labour Party members who should, what I think, before you become a member of Parliament, you should be given a fucking ID. Well, you should be given an ID, given an IQ test, an intelligence quotient test, and see how many of them have an, what could you say, 100? What's the average IQ of the average British person? Conservatives are around about 120, Labor are about 60, and the Green Party is about 3. Ed Miliband is 0, minus 10. I'm just making all this up, of course. I actually did an IQ test once, a proper one. Actually, it was a regulated one because I was going for this very high position. And Einstein had an IQ of 180. Yeah, and I had an IQ of 179, and I still don't know what E equals MC squared means. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't get 179, 178. Seriously, folks, it's Friday. Have a good one. Little bit of levity in today's little podcast, or whatever you like to call it. And I hope you're all well. Thank you all very much for the views and the likes and the dislikes and some of the comments. No, they don't. I don't mind. Good, the bad and the ugly. Most of you are so positive and lovely and wonderful and so highly intelligent. I love you all from all over the world. My love goes to you. May your God go with you. Take care. Look after yourself, for Pete's sake.